Okay, so we're gonna start our hamburger and celery and onion mix with the chow mein noodles. And first we're going to chop our celery. Any size you like, it does not matter. Bring you guys over to the pan and we're gonna start cooking. And this is only gonna take probably about 10-15 minutes. All right, so we got probably about a teaspoon of butter, teaspoon of olive oil. We're gonna throw in our celery. And we're just gonna sweat down the celery. And the other day, we had onions already chopped, step saved. We're gonna throw in some of these onions. Same thing, as many as you like in there. And we're just gonna let everything come to a, it's gonna take a couple minutes. We'll throw in a little bit of salt. Some pepper. As you know, we like pepper. Now this mixture, I'm gonna be honest with you, I am not the best at making rice. I prefer to just purchase the minute rice. I'm gonna work on it though, because the cost of everything in rice is so much cheaper than the box of minute rice. But for today, we're gonna use minute rice. So we got 2 cups of water in here, some butter, some salt, pepper. We're just gonna put that on. As soon as it comes to a boil, we're gonna throw in our 2 cups of rice, cover it, shut it off, and just let it sit until all the rest of this food's done. So we're just gonna toss this around. It's gonna take a minute or two for this to sweat out a little bit. And you don't want it like a full, you wanna be able to have that crunch of the celery and the crunch of the onion. So you don't want it completely sweated out. That's how I remember my mother making it, so that's the taste that I'm looking for. And like I said before, we're gonna use bean sprouts. And we're gonna use, at the very end, we're gonna use chow mein noodles to put on top, and I'm gonna put it all on top of rice. And this is one of the big things. Now you can use any kind of gravy you want, but this is the taste that I'm looking for when I make this dish. It's Gravy Master. So when the time comes, I'll put it on top of a little bit of flour and a little bit of this and make the gravy in the pan with the hamburger, onions, and celery. But I tried, when I first started making it myself, I tried to say, well, why can't I just use a can of gravy? It does not taste the same. It has no comfort taste to me at all. So that's why you go with the Gravy Master. But if you've never had it before, there's no memory taste for you. So you can use whatever you want for gravy, as long as it's a brown gravy. Like I said, just a few minutes with them. We're gonna throw our hamburger in. This tool right here, I'm not really big on tools, but I got this one for Christmas because I've seen everybody else on TikTok and different things using it. And this is actually a really good nifty tool for breaking up your hamburger. And I'm using an 80-20 hamburger. It's going to get a little bit of grease. It's not that big of a deal because that's what's going to help make the gravy. But if you feel uncomfortable using that, by all means, strain it. But how quickly it just breaks that gravy, the hamburger down for you. Usually I take forks and all my spoon that I'm using. But this is definitely a tool that I like. My husband does get upset with me because I'm a 1 spoon or whatever I grab to do it, that's what I'm using throughout the whole meal. I don't take out a lot of stuff to use. Okay, now that the hamburger's been there for a couple of minutes, we're going to again salt, because we only put it on the vegetables. So we're going to add a little bit more salt. Some more pepper. We're going to add a little bit of onion salt. Sorry, onion powder. I don't use onion salt anymore. So we're looking for like a half a teaspoon. I did want to show you. So up here, my spice, this is my little spice area. And I had all my spices in the jars, all messy up here. Then I thought about it. My husband has been saving these medicine jars of his. And so we sterilized them all, and now they're all my little spice things. I do have to get labels for them. So right now I just wrote on them, but I'm going to go to the store and get some labels. But it makes it nice and neat, and we recycled something. So that was the onion powder that we put in. Now we're going to put in the same amount of garlic powder. But to buy this little jar set on Amazon is like, I think the cheapest one was like $27. And we just had them all just sitting in the closet. Alright, so let's try and get this now a little bit more incorporated. Our water's just about up to a nice boil. And I'll be honest with you guys, we did take a little break before I started cooking this, and we tasted those apple turnovers. And oh my, they were delicious. Something that you just have to try. On a cold winter day, it just hits the spot. Keep letting this go. You want your hamburger to be all brown before you start the next step. So we got the water boiling. We're going to shut down that burner. We're going to pour the rice in. And the minute rice is exactly. Use 2 cups of water, 2 cups of rice. You use 1 cup, it's 1 to 1. You're going to cover that, and that's just going to do its thing. Look at that. We got like maybe another minute on this. And I'm going to start adding the other stuff. See how quick everything comes together? And if anybody makes this and they know what it's called, please let me know. For my memory, I cannot remember my mother ever calling it anything. Yesterday we were talking about shepherd's pie, and I could have sworn my mother called shepherd's pie Chinaman's pie. But maybe she called this Chinaman's pie. I don't know. I really don't know. So, once I get all the ingredients together and you know what it's called, let me know. Alright, that's looking good. This, I do not have no exact anything. I'm just going to put some flour in on the top here. I was doing excellent today. I had everything out. We need to add a little bit of water. Let me grab that. So I got about a cup of water. I'm not going to use it all. I'm going to start with a half a cup. See that already starting to thick up a little bit. Just keep moving it around. Put gonna put a little bit more water. So maybe a little less than 3/4 a cup of water. A little bit more salt. And we're gonna add this, no exact anything. We just want to start with, we want everything to be brown. Add a little bit more. So right now we're looking at like 2 teaspoons full. I want that all just to kind of come together, thicken up. Okay, that looks pretty good. We want to make sure we get all the flour incorporated, all the bits and pieces. That looks so good. This is going to be hot, but I do want to taste it just to see if I got enough salt and pepper before I add the bean sprouts. A little bit of pepper. I don't think my mom did this, I can't remember, but I'm actually going to add a little bit of celery salt in here. I like celery, the flavor of celery. 1/4 teaspoon, nothing much. Then we're going to open up, we're going to turn this down. We're going to open up our can of bean sprouts. Now, they only sell these bean sprouts in one size. I'm not going to use the whole can, not a problem. I'm going to put the rest inside of our freezer safe bag and freeze them for next time I want some bean sprouts. Looks about enough to me. And we're just waiting to heat these through. That's all we're doing. I'm going to get a plate out for myself. Actually, a little bowl. I always eat out of this bowl right here. I really didn't look at the time on my rice here. So just look at that real quick. Yeah, right, needs about 1 more second. It needs about 2 more minutes. But since I uncovered it, I will throw a little bit more butter in there. That's all we're waiting. The rice to finish up, maybe 2 minutes. Keep heating this through. 3 bean sprouts. And then we're going to plate up. We'll add some chow mein noodles on the top. And there is lunch. Or supper. This is a great supper meal. Whatever time of the day you cook it. And it'll probably just be me eating this. So this will be lunch and supper for a couple days for me. But it really is a one of those things just makes me think of my mom. It's a comfort food. And it just makes something that she cooked that really evokes that memory in me. Okay guys, this is our finished product. I got the rice on the bottom, the hamburger, celery and onions, gravy mixture, next, and then you put some chow mein noodles. I added a little bit of butter and a little bit of black pepper. And I just want to show you guys this real cute. It's my little Easter decoration. My second son made this. I showed you the hummingbird that he made the other day, but he also made this. He's really talented. He made this out of spoons and bolts. Really awesome. So thank you guys for spending this time with me. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would like you to like it, share it, and comment on it, and subscribe. Thank you all. God bless, and have a great day.